Hello, everyone. And I am not so excited to be back from Jamaica because we went from 85-degree weather and nice sand, nice warm water in the ocean to coming back to a few inches of snow. Like I said before we started recording, I've been shoveling snow pretty much every day since I've been home, and I'm ready to go back to Jamaica. I don't know about you guys that were joining us there, but let me tell you, I am definitely ready for 85-degree, 95 or 80, 95-degree weather, whatever it was, and some more sand and sun. But what we've got lined up for you guys tonight is some people that went on the trip with us. Some of them, it was their first time. Some of them had earned some in the past. So before we do that, though, what I want you guys to do is drop in the comments how many Founders Club points you have and unique accounts. So go ahead and start dropping those in. See, I cannot, my comments are not popping up for some reason. There we go. Awesome. Love seeing these coming in. Love seeing these coming in. And keep in mind, we are only through the first quarter. So don't get discouraged and give up on us and give up on yourself. Okay. We had plenty of time to earn this, because what we saw last year, and I don't want to see this year, is a lot of people drop off after the first quarter and they gave up on themselves. If your first quarter was not where you wanted it to be, that is completely fine. That is completely fine, because we still have almost 3-4 quarters left. I mean, we're just 2 weeks into the second quarter. So we have had people to earn it in the first quarter in the past. We've had people to earn it in the first and second quarter. And then some people even not get started till the second half and earn it the second and third quarter, or third and fourth quarter. So wherever you're at, don't stress. Be proud of yourself for working hard, being committed, and stick to it. Stick with us and don't give up on yourself. That's going to be my message tonight, because I know a lot of people will quit on themselves after the first quarter, and I don't want to see you guys doing that. So we are going to bring on 4 people that was on the trip with us and have them to share some of their excitement about the trip and a tip or two that they did to earn that trip, and maybe if they're doing something different this time, to share that. So first, I'm going to bring on, who am I going to bring on first? Let's bring on Kim Clunder. Give us about 5 minutes and share with us some of the things about your trip and what you did to earn it.
I'll start with some of the things about the trip. As I've said to many people who have asked me, I think one of my favorite things about the trip was being able to take my husband on here to meet the 3 people that I wanted to meet first was Stacy, Christy, and Melissa. He has often seen me on my phone a lot on these Zooms, and he's like, seriously, it's 9 o'clock, you're on another Zoom. So it was really, really satisfying and really, really good. It was our anniversary, for one, to be able to take him on this trip. He has been our sole financial provider for our family. I've been able to be a stay-at-home mom. So it was really special to be able to take him on this trip, and for him to see everybody. The other thing was, we see a lot of each other behind a screen, right? And I am a toucher and a hugger and a lover. And it was good to put my hands on people and say, it's been so long to meet you. Getting stuck in an elevator, as Melissa Adams obviously showed on her Facebook, was quite the highlight, because it happened all week long. And just going on the catamaran, meeting different people, being treated, it's like you deserved it, right? And we don't deserve anything, right? But it was really special to meet corporate, to talk to people one-on-one. That was probably some of my favorites. And I guess how I earned it and how I came to it. And Stacy, you talked at Room at the Top with Freddie yesterday, and you had said, people look at the qualifications and they don't think it's achievable. And that was me. I really didn't know much about Founders Club. I got introduced to it probably in the second quarter, and I joined late and got all caught up. And I don't believe that I earned it until the fourth quarter. I didn't qualify until like fourth quarter. And I made it the week before October, the week before it was over, I made it. So I looked at those qualifications and thought, there is just no way, this is too big. I can't do this. And so Stacy was saying, don't look at those qualifications and just do your IPAs, do your work. And what happened to me is I looked at those and I just gave up. And I started making my business around Jamaica and around this trip. And my business started to fail because my why went away, and my why was no longer active. It became selfish to get to this trip. And I remember calling my coach and saying, I'm out. I can't do this. I'm not sleeping at night. I had gone like 2 weeks with no sleep, worrying about failing to not make this trip. And so she talked me through what Founders Club was, and it's not all about this trip. It's about building your business. She said, take Jamaica out of it, and go back to your why. And when I went back to my why, that next month was the best month I had ever had. And so I continued to stick to my original why. And I continued to do the meetings, but I wasn't Jamaica. So in August, I think Christina Goit called me and she said, do you know how close you are? And I said, I have no clue how close I am. Still believing I couldn't do it. She said, you need 1 quick start and 2 managers. You can do this. And so we figured out all of my points. If I got everything I needed, was I going to have the points? Let's do it. And I had 2 partners that had signed up in August, and I got them to manager, and they just took off, and I needed 1 more. And so I had my quick starts at that point because one of them moved to quick start and then they both moved to manager. And so I just need 1 more manager. And I found another partner who was a health and wellness coach for 15 years. She had a big following of people who trusted her and knew her. And she ended up selling like 3x advanced in a week and a half. Like, I've never sold one in my life. How did you do this? And she didn't do any posting. She didn't do any texting. She just was in the health and wellness world for 15 years. And so then that's how I ended up getting it. But my mistake was getting selfish and just thinking about the trip. And it took my focus away from why I do what I do. So that, and then when I got close, I got a whiteboard out and I wrote down all of my people, all of my prospects, all of my customers that I thought I could get somewhere and help them and get the points that I needed to get. And I said to my husband, the beginning of September, I said, I am this close. I need your grace and I need your patience because I'm not going to be around much. And I worked my tail off in September. So much to where I was exhausted. And what I will tell you not to do is what everybody tells you to do. Don't stop, because I stopped because I was emotionally and mentally done. And that is now hurting me right now. So, accountability group. We just talked yesterday when we got back. I don't know, Jamie, what it was a couple days ago, and we all set goals for each other, and we're going to fulfill those goals, and we're going to meet every week, and we're going to make sure that we're all doing those goals and getting back to the IPAs and not waiting until the last minute to earn this trip.
Awesome. I love that. And let me tell you, one of the things that I loved hearing you say was, I realized how close I was to earning it, and you went for it. And, and you pushed through that last month really hard because you were determined. Your mind was set at that time that, hey, I'm going to earn it. I'm going to get it. And also getting connected with your accountability partners and giving each other goals and stuff to work for. That is a great idea. If you guys haven't done that, it's a great time to do it. It's the first of the year. So get with your accountability partners and help each other set goals. So Kim, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing with us. I am going to move on. I think Becky LaFleur is on here. Becky, would you unmute yourself and share with us, please?
Hi, Stacy. Thank y'all for asking me. It was so incredibly nice to meet all three of you, you, Christy, and Melissa on this trip. And again, I was nervous to meet all of you, just like the first year I joined Singular. It's like y'all are, you know, the Singular celebrities, and I get nervous every time. So that was really nice. But first off, I'd just like to say that this group has really, really helped me. I love the extreme accountability. I told Melissa, I love that you basically say, do this or we will kick you out. But you know, it sounded funny on the trip or whatever, but seriously, that is something to tell you, do it. Not only are you hurting your own business if you don't do it, not only are you hurting your chances of going to Founders Club if you don't do it, but you're going to be dwindled out from this group. And that means, you know, that puts a little urgency on it, and it makes you want to do it just like it's your homework. So that is what works for me. I know some people aren't like that, but it really works for me. And like you said, we started out with a really huge group last year, and it dwindled down to just a few of us. So it felt really, really good to accomplish that, you know, what we set our minds out to when we made that video at the very beginning of the year. So thank you guys, first off. And then I was just going to say some of the things that I did last year. Start the year off, like you guys told us, with a list. Make sure you have a list. And look at people who are, you know, good candidates for that list. Look at customers who order every month. Look at people who you would like to be on this trip with you. Who do you think can do this with you, and who do you want to take with you? Not just, you know, somebody who comments on your stuff and doesn't look like they would, you know, I'm not saying nobody can do this, but I'm saying look at prospects for the business that you feel like would love to do this with you, or need to do this with you, need to do the business part of it. I personally had a call every single month with Courtney Hahn. She is my upline. She's also my sister-in-law, who never, ever gave up on me. And if you, Nancy Mars, I see you smiling, you know our story. She basically forced me to do this with her after a year. And I am so glad she did. I'm so glad she didn't give up, because if it weren't for her, I would not be here today. We had a call at least once a month. And in that call, we would talk about, where are we? How many points do we have? What do we need? And how are we going to get those points that we're lacking? Down to the point we discussed where those points are going to come from. And we were very, very strategic and extremely specific on where those points were going to come from. So at least once a month, get with your upline. And even if it's not your upline, your partner, your accountability partner, who, you know, have somebody that you look at that stuff with. Y'all, the trip, it's amazing. Like, they don't just talk it up. They treat you like royalty. They plan it down to the T. The catamaran was awesome. From the minute you leave, you literally park your vehicle in the parking garage, get your luggage, and then you never touch it again, because from there, when they pick you up, everything is done for you. So it's like, you know, you're like, who am I? Like, this is crazy. Like, I never in a million years thought I would be treated like that on a trip. So the trip is definitely worth it. But like she said, like Kim said, it's about building your business. So do all the things, stick with it, treat it like homework, and it's going to pay off for you, not for Stacy, not for Christy, not for Melissa. You're the one who's going to build your business, and you're the one who's going to enjoy the trip. So all of it. Really quick, y'all. My husband, who is extremely, when I first started this, he was like, you're always on Zooms, you're always on the phone, negative Nancy, whatever. On this trip, y'all, he was so excited to see friends that he met on, this was my third one. And he was so excited to see friends that he played golf with on the first trip that he met through Singular. Seeing him excited to hang out with those friends was awesome. Made new friends, talked about products. And by the end of the farewell dinner, he was talking about prospects of his own that he thought could be our business prospects. So to see him do that with me is, you know, from 0 to 100 change. So all of it, I love it. I am determined to earn Founders Club 25 and see all of you in Cancun. So that's all I got. I hope that helps somebody.
I love it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Becky. Thank you for sharing that. I love that you mentioned your husband connecting with people that he went on the first trip with, reconnecting from the second and the third trip, because until you've been on one, you really don't realize how much you start connecting with people and how much you build these lifelong friendships with people. And you get so excited when you get to go on the next one and you're hoping the same group of people are there. So you get to hang out with them and spend time with them. Even though the events are great and we get to learn a lot of good stuff at the events, these trips are really special because we do have that time to, if your husband wants to go grab some of the guys and go play golf, they got that time to do that. Or just sitting around on the beach or by the pool and just catching up and talking. I mean, that's one of the things I really enjoy about the trip is getting to talk and reconnect with people that I hadn't really got to spend a lot of time with over the past year. So I'm glad you shared.
And he also made new friends. We had a blast with Nita and Al. And then I knew he was going to like Nita's husband, but he also made really good friends with Cody, which is Lacey Rosenquist's husband. So it's nice to see him enjoy those trips and be able to say that I worked my butt off and we both get to reap the benefits. So thank you.
And I'm sure he will not let you miss another one. All right. So speaking of Nita, we are going to bring her on next. So Nita, if you would unmute yourself and share your story with us.
Okay, we had a great time with Becky. Like she said, we had so much fun. This was my first trip, my first Founders Club trip, and it was amazing. Everything about it was amazing. I was telling Becky actually earlier, to have this sunburnt kind of or crispy shoulders in the freezing cold here in Texas is a weird feeling. I don't think I've ever had before. I'm not used to the sun at this time of the year. But like she said, what helped me to earn Founders Club, number one, this group has helped me tremendously because it taught me what it is and how to get to it. The accountability groups, that helps me tremendously. And Courtney, Courtney's her sister-in-law. She's my way up line. And we talk weekly and she's helped me make plans on how to do this. Now, all of that is very helpful, but a whole lot of change happened with me that has been a positive thing. I began to talk more boldly about the business, which I didn't. I never was good about that. I mean, I know we have award-winning products. We have a great rewards program with our subscription, but we've got a great compensation plan too. And I just got better about that. I came in after COVID when everybody was hiding behind their computers. And that's just what I did because everybody was pretty much doing that. That's how I learned to do it. But the key to your business is meeting people. You've got to talk to people. So in person, I've really tried hard to do some meetings, like meeting up with people, talking to them there, like over lunch or something. I've set up booths at festivals, and something different I'm doing this year in a few weeks, actually, I'm going to set up a booth at a home and garden show. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. But, whether you get sales or not, you get to meet people. So find the commonalities among yourselves, get to know them and build relationships, because it's got to go from relationship building. And then if you get to the products, you talk about the solutions. Do they need weight loss? Do they need wellness? And from that, you can go on into the opportunity. Now, I don't jump right into the opportunity because, maybe I should, but I don't. I'm not as comfortable doing that. Maybe it'll come with time. But when you get to the opportunity and you've already got a relationship with the people and you get to know what their hopes and their dreams are, then it's easier to talk about that opportunity. And when they love the products, they're on them, you can find out, do they want some extra income, or do they want to pay for their products, or do they want the travel? Do they want the community? So just finding out what they want and, creating the vision for them. I know at the meeting, at the Founders Club meeting we had, they talked about the aha moment. Well, that comes from you learning the people, from talking to them. So creating that vision and helping them to see that if you share your link, your affiliate link, you can get paid for this too. Now, for myself, I only wanted weight loss. I didn't want any of this other stuff. That's, it really fell in my lap when it did. First, it was the weight loss. Then I saw the wellness of it. And then that business opportunity, everybody wanted to know what I was doing. So it just sort of jumped in my lap and I took off. But I soon found the community, which is wonderful. I can tell people about that. And the travel is wonderful. And that trip, there's nothing that can match that trip that we just came back from. So I know even more about that part of it now. But I do understand giving people time. Like I said, when people sign up, I'm not quick about asking them to sign up as a partner, which I know some people do that, but I wasn't ready for that. So I like to watch people and see who's really liking the products and who wouldn't mind sharing with their family and friends. And that's kind of the approach I've taken, and it's been working for me. I know there are other approaches too, but that's what's working for me now. So that's where I'm going with it. I'm doing that. But like I said, a whole lot has changed with me. I've just gotten better about talking about the business because I've tuned in to all kinds of self-development, listened to, books. I've got a book playing all the time, usually. It's talking myself into it and believing I can do it. So the mindset, like we talked about, has so much to do with that. You've got to have those changes on the inside to be able to do the outside work. So I'm just more bold about talking about the business. And I think that's what's helping me for sure.
Nita, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me tell you, you hit on probably two of the best things you could hit on to earn this trip. One is believing in yourself that you can do it. And two, doing the personal growth every day and creating that mindset that that you can do this and you can do hard things. So congratulations on your first trip.
Thank you.
And I know that you will not miss another one because I saw that look in your eyes when you were there. It was just like, I could just tell this was just like a big aha moment for you.
Yes,
you were there experiencing everything that we've been talking about. And for the first time, so I'm so proud of you. I'm excited that I know that you're going to be on many, many, many more of these trips with us.
Thank you.
So
I'm going to sure try hard.
you're going to do it. Get that mindset and you'll do it. Let's see. Heidi, were you able to jump on? I know Heidi was having trouble. Okay, maybe not. Oh,
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
you
here.
are? Okay.
Yes, I'm
Yay!
I
all right.
I don't know if my phone is still in Jamaica because I had a horrible time with my phone in Jamaica. I don't know. It's me too. These Zooms, I have issues with my phone all the time. So yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. Take about 5 minutes and share some things with us that you loved about the Jamaica trip and a tip or two that helped you get there. And your screen is frozen. Now you're unfrozen. Okay, go for it.
I'm here. Okay. Yes, Jamaica is actually my third Founders Club trip, and it was absolutely amazing. Jamaica's been one of my places I've always wanted to go. So when they said Jamaica, I was all for it. I was all in. So these trips are not easy to earn, obviously, but they are very, very, very doable. You just have to put your mind into it and learn from everybody. Obviously X is a family, and you just have to learn from everybody, lean on everybody. And that's what these Founders Club trips are about. And this is what I've learned from these trips is to, when people are in the pool, go up to them, listen to what they're talking about, learn from them, lean on them. And this trip was probably one of the best trips that I've been on because I have actually met more people on this trip. I got to talk to you and your wife more. I got to talk to Christy and her husband more, Melissa. I just met more and more people this time around and got to learn from more and more people this time around. And that's why I like these trips, because you actually get to interact with more people. At the dinners, you get to actually make go to supper with corporate and actually sit down and talk to them and get to know them more. These trips are just more and more of getting to interact with everybody and learning from everyone. And that's why I like these trips. And once you go on them, you'll go on every single one of them. It's just, you just have to go. It's just, obviously it's my third one and I am bound and determined I'll be on every single one of them. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
And
Okay.
you know, you hit on one of the things that, you know, corporate is around everywhere on these trips. That it's not like Mark and Curtis and Russ, they go hide in a corner somewhere, or, you know, Brock, or you know, whoever your regional sales director is, or Ben Story. It's not like that they, you know, they disappear on these trips. They are hanging out with us. They're hanging
Yep.
out on the beach. They're hanging out on the pool. They're going to the excursions with us. They're eating, you know, they're eating dinner with us, eating lunch with us. So, so they spread themselves around to where, at least all 10 trips I've been on, I've had meals with them multiple times. I've sat by the beach with them multiple times, by the pool, just a lot of different places. And that's what I love about the trip and about how corporate makes themselves available to just sit down and talk. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be necessarily singular talk. You know, Mark and I went out in the ocean, and just him and I just chit chatted about life and just talked about different things. Curtis and I sat on the beach and talked about college football. So it you know, when you go talk to them, don't feel like it has to be about singular. It can be about
Right.
anything and everything. And that's the great thing about these trips, is you get to build that relationship with them. So,
Yep.
so I'm glad you made time to do that, or got time to do that, because that is an awesome thing to be able to do when you're on these trips. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing.
Hey, Stace,
Yes.
I don't think Heidi's done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. How'd it go? Go. I didn't mean to cut you off.
She might not know she's not done, but I think she has something else to tell us about her trip.
She should. I wasn't going to say that, but I was going to let her bring it up. But yes, now that we've put her on the hot seat,
Yeah. There you go, Heidi. You're welcome.
Oh, thanks, Christy. Yes, and yes, while I was in Jamaica, I got engaged there. So it was an amazing, amazing trip. And yes, corporate was amazing. Everyone was amazing. So yes, thank you guys for making it so special for us, and just making it just, if we were smart, we would have just got married there, because it was, you know, the whole DJ thing, and you know, we
tried. I tried.
Let's
I
have it
know.
in
I
Mexico.
could put it together in 24 hours. I had your back, girl.
So here's my plan, Melissa. You know, we got engaged this year in Cancun. We might as well plan the wedding, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Why not?
Me, Christy, and Stacy will be bridesmaids.
Yes.
So yes, thank you guys. It was very, very special. We talked about it the whole way home, how special it was, and you guys just made it extra special. So thank you.
awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, I think
You're
that's
good.
it.
Okay.
I mean, I could ramble on and on and on about these trips, but yeah, it's just, it warms my heart when you walk into the place and just the corporate just walks right up to you and just calls you by your name, and it just makes you feel so special. So just keep working hard for these trips, because they are very, very special. And each trip that you go on it, they just keep getting more and more better. So yeah.
And they do. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And
Thanks.
congratulations on
Thank-
your engagement. That is so exciting.
Thank you.
Next, you're welcome. Next up is Carrie Birch. If you would come on and share with us, take about 5 minutes or so and share with us what you enjoyed about Jamaica and a tip or two that helped you get there.
I'll tell you what, there was nothing about Jamaica that I didn't enjoy. We went 3 days ahead of time. Thank you, corporate, because they paid for our airfare 3 days ahead of time. We stayed in the most luxurious bed and breakfast. And if I had not earned this trip, we would have not have done that. You know, the best part about it is you roll in there and the hugs and the happy, and just everybody is just so happy to see everybody. It is truly, truly amazing. This trip, my husband did say, "Oh my gosh, these Zingler people are really fun." And for him, that was just awesome because, like all of us, he sees me doing the things, and he would like some of my time where there is this time. To earn this trip for me this year is just crazy because last year on my way out of Cabo, the lobby, I was getting a coffee and I met Andrew Ramsey. Never met her before. We hit it off. We became accountability buddies. We do all the things together. I think we're two peas in a pod. And I met her because of the trip last year. But she also helped me through things. And a lot of people within Singular help us through things. I'm a numbers girl. On my whiteboard, I have my 5 quick start written down with the numbers 1 through 4 out. I need those people to get 4 people, which is 20 people, and I check them off. I love checklists. My 3 rank advancement accounts, I have the people that are on my list to help me help them make that rank advancement. I know I need 6,000 points, which is 15 people I have the numbers broke down, so it's not so hard for me. And why I started doing that is the Cabo trip, I needed 1 person and 4 quick starts. And I found when I had it 4, 3, 2, 1, and I could check those off, it didn't stress me out. I didn't go through bottles of XR2 because I could do the thing. But I'm going to tell you a little story about me that not a lot of people know. I'm not quite ready to put it out there in the world, but anybody can do this. If I went through what I went through this summer, just so you know. On May 15th, somebody hacked my Facebook account. I totally lost it. I was on my way out to meet a distributor, get her signed up, get her going, get her rolling. I rolled back into my house that afternoon and found out my sister had died. I drove from my house to my mom's house here in Georgetown, Texas. My parents are in their 80s and stayed with my parents for over a month. We made it to XLC. And at that point, I still didn't have my account back. I was working off of not knowing how to survive without social media and how to get it back. And hackers taking my money because I was naive. And, then more life happened. And then we made the conscious decision to sell our home in College Station. If any of y'all know me, I bleed maroon. I'm Aggie all the way. To move to Georgetown to be with my parents. We put our house on the market, contracts, people coming and seeing. This is all through the month of September. I needed 4 unique accounts and 2 managers in September. And because I had the board and because I had the support of everybody in Singular helping me, encouraging me, Carrie, you can do it. Carrie, you can do it. Carrie, you can do it. Where are you at? Where are you at? At XLC, one of the XLCs, Russ Flesher talked about having a Bob, which was his father, Robert, who was his Bob. And so Julie Corral is my Bob. The last day, I declared at 3 o'clock, the last day to qualify for this trip, I would have my last unique account. It didn't happen at 3, it happened at 4. But because I declared it and because we broke it down and because I had the support of other people who believed in me, we got to go to Jamaica. We got to go to Jamaica. So then on the other coolest thing, so my sister was into lasers. How many of you on this trip did the lagoon? Jumped in that ugly water and made it turn blue? So anyway, I took my sister's ashes with me. I had them tucked away in my bathing suit. And when I sprinkled her ashes on the water lit up. And I would not have gotten to do that with my sister, who was scared to death to travel anywhere. But I got to do that because of Singular and because of the people who helped me and believed in me that this shit could happen. So, it is more, we are more. You know, those 60 people we helped to earn this trip, but it's the people we have in our singular family that help us and have our backs. Pretty incredible. So, that's
Wow.
all I got.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. I think I'm about like everyone else, speechless and in awe at the same time. Wow. To go through what you went through, and I'm so sorry to hear about your sister. I didn't know about that had happened. And for you to go through that, go through selling your house, going through the move, and then here you are in September needing all of those accounts before the end of the month, and you declared it along with the support from all these different people that just pushed you and just lifted you up and just helped you make it happen. But with all that support and love, it still doesn't happen without your determination and the hard work that you put in. And that is simply amazing. So I'm just going to say this right now. If anybody on here thinks that they cannot earn this trip, you need to go back and listen to what Carrie just said and really take it in, because I'm telling you right now, if Carrie can do it with everything she went through last year, there is none of us at this point can make an excuse not to make this trip happen. Carrie, thank you for being vulnerable. I know those are not easy conversations to have. We love you. We support you with everything you need. And just thank you for opening up your heart tonight. So we've got one more guest, a little bit of an extra special guest. We were talking about earlier, we go on these trips to connect with people that we don't get to see very often. And the guys get together and hang out and get to enjoy themselves. Well, one of my best friends, thanks to Zingler, and only thanks to Zingler, because him and I would have never crossed paths, I'm sure, because he lives in Georgia. I live in West Virginia. But thanks to this company and thanks to these trips, and thanks to Melissa Adams being one of my accountability partners, her husband Kevin and I have become really, really good friends. I've enjoyed the friendship with him over the years, and he's going to come on and share from a husband's perspective of what the trips mean to him. So Kevin, it's all yours, brother.
Hey, thank you, Stacy. Okay, guys, I'm going to say some stuff you may have not heard before, so get a pen and paper, make sure you can write it down, because what I say is important. I'm just kidding. First off, I want to talk about, I want to talk in 3 sections: earning the trip, and then after the trip. Earning the trip is designed as a reward for you to grow your business. You cannot go on a Founders Club trip without your business growing, no matter what level you're on. So that's important. No matter what level you are right now, if you work and qualify for Founders Club, you have made money and your business has grown. That's what it's designed to do. That's what it's there for, to reward and travel. The trips, everybody says they're amazing. They're not lying. We've been all over the world with Zingular for free. It's hard work. Or I won't say hard work. It is persistent work. It is constant. It's just like, you gotta treat it like a job, like a business, because it's your business. And you have to treat it as such if you want it to grow and prosper. If you want a part-time business, you're not going to be part-time and make Founders Club. You're going to have to do full-time, grow your business, and earn Founders Club, and come on these marvelous trips. Always in January when it's cold, to a warm tropical place with all your friends. And that's another thing. You talk about Zingular. Zingular is not a weight loss company. It's not a weight loss business. It's not a health and supplement business. It's not an MLM business. It's a people business. It's all about the people you'll meet, the people in the company, the people at headquarters. Everybody in the company at headquarters are amazing from the top down. You can go up and talk to Rudy like he's your neighbor. They're very down to earth, super friendly, always willing to help. You know, don't be when you do go on these trips, don't be afraid to ask somebody from corporate to get on a call with you, to get on a training with you, because they will do it. No question, they will do it. They will schedule a time and they will show up for you, for anybody, no matter your level. If you go and you ask them, they will help you. That's what they're there for, and they enjoy doing it. They enjoy coming on these trips. Like Rudy said, people who have traveled outside the country for the first time, people who have gotten their, gone to the beach for the first time. They live for that. Then when you go on the trips are a great place for you to network with other distributors. You can find all kinds of backgrounds to use for your business, because everybody helps everybody. This training that you're doing, it's you have Stacy, and then you have, my wife, Melissa, who is won the I Am Singular Award. And then you have, Christy, who is like, she's been on every trip so far, as well as Stacy. So you're talking about a lot of experience that only want to help you. Doesn't matter whose line you're on. But like I said, you have to put in the work to get it. You go on these trips, you can meet corporate people, you can get them to help you with your business grow. You can get the people who you've connected with from all walks of life, almost any, occupation, all kinds of backstories, all kinds of whys as to why they're there. But they all have the same common denominator, is like they worked for it and worked their business and grew their business, and they're there. Then when you get, always these, you get some good training, some business, what's coming up, what's happening with Singular, that kind of thing. It really gets you pumped up. So when you come back from these trips, you hit the ground running, ready to earn the next trip. And, Melissa's been, full gas since she's got back. She's really, fired up and ready for what's coming in 2024. And, it's gonna be awesome. My favorite thing about the whole Founders Club is, I get to spend time with Christy Van Dam, who is like, the best thing ever. I mean, it's 24/7 entertainment with Christy. You can't go wrong. I tease. We have become so close with Christy and Brian and Stacy and Pam on these trips. We're in 3 parts of the country, and we're gonna start even. I think we're gonna start doing separate vacations to visit one another here this year, maybe, or next year. Start doing that, planning. So you get lifelong friends, and it's a people business. And if it were all to disappear tomorrow, the friendships we have would still be there. You think about that. Not usually when a business dissolves and people go their own separate ways, never to be seen or heard from again. But we have lifelong friends in this business. And so the one thing my tip is what I tell people. So in order to grow your business, you got to have quality people. So it's not the quantity of the people, it's the quality of the people. But in order to get the quality of the people, you got to do the quantity of the people. I hope that makes sense. Quality over quantity, but to get the quality, you got to do the quantity. So don't be afraid, be bold. You know, if you think about it, you have your goals set up and you have your goals, and if you are, don't want to talk to somebody or mention it to somebody, then you're holding yourself back. That's keeping you from reaching your goals. So, be bold. What we have is something great. It's a health and wellness products that work 100% natural, testimony after testimony, yourself included. So don't be afraid about sharing anything like that. And if people balk and you get the pyramid thing and all that, hey, this is how much money I made. This is the trip I went on. So you tell me if you don't want a free trip or you do want a free trip. That's it in a nutshell. People who say stuff like that is just giving you an excuse on why they don't want to do it. They don't want to work. That's all. So with that, I'm kind of glad you guys asked me to speak a little bit. I know y'all are probably as cold as we are. I don't know if you're as cold as I am or not, but I've just been outside chasing the dog, and but anyway, y'all take care, and you guys have 3 great leaders, and just like I saw on this trip, when I saw how I knew they had a training, and I figured some people would fall off in there, but when I saw the quantity of people that were there, that they were getting their t-shirts and taking the group photo, it was awesome. And it made a lot of other, I would say, leaders in the company a bit jealous that they had done this. So you guys are special. Invite your downline. Yep, got your shirt on. Yeah, there it is. So just do the work, listen to what they say, and I will see you in January.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. And by the way, it may sound like we actually paid him to be on here. We did not pay him.
I was asked just 5 minutes ago.
There you go. 5 minutes ago. Melissa put him on the spot big time. But here's the thing, guys. You're hearing from a spouse who, obviously, we know this, supports Melissa 100%, but doesn't really do the business, even though he's involved with the business. He sees everything that we see. And when you get your spouse seeing what Kevin sees and understanding what Kevin understands, then that's going to be that extra support. The best way to get them more connected and maybe more supportive is you earn a free trip and they get treated like royalty with the red carpet services being rolled out. They will get their eyes open to say, okay, this is a pretty cool company. These are some pretty cool people that you work with. These are some pretty cool people who run this company. And that's what Kevin has seen. And that's what he has shared with everybody, that this is a relationship business. Yes, we have weight loss and wellness products. Yes, we have a great compensation plan. Yes, we have, great connections with people in a work situation, but those relationships go further. They build into friendships. And as you go on these trips, you build those friendships, you build those connections with other distributors that you wouldn't have otherwise met. And with corporate, and you get to know corporate, and they don't mind talking to you, kind of sharing their background and who they are and all that, which is really cool. So know that you are in a very unique place with a very unique group of people, and never forget that, because we are singular and there's no one better than us. So Melissa, I'm going to let you close this out tonight. And, You guys have a great night from me, and God bless. So Chris or Melissa, take it over.
Hey, well, I'm really impressed. I mean, he must really listen to me because I was not expecting that out of him. So that makes me very happy. I thought he did really good. But one of the things that we've got a lot going on right now, you guys. We've got the new packaging that came out today. We've got the new product that's coming out next month. We've got the Omega still, when you sign up 3 people, that you can still earn that. We've got the new 1,200 point promo that Russ released today, that there's no limit on how many of the new product that you can get for every 1,200 inception points. Every 1,200, I guess, new frontline points that you get of customers or new customers that order the any of the bundles, then you get, when you get 1,200, you get a free, you get one of the first ones to get the free product. So there's so much going on, and I'm still seeing people say they want it, but not do the things. And that's what I want you to I want you to listen really, really close, because if you wait until February the 12th, when that new product is released to start working, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss the boat. You're going to miss the movement that we're going to see. You're going to miss it all. So you've got to start now. You've got to start now getting your list. You've got to start now talking to every single person that you absolutely can. My goal is to have 100 people pre-order and have the list of them saying, I am ordering that, and have 100 names on that list. So February the 12th, I mean, it's going to explode. And the way that you're going to do that is to get excited about what's going on. You've got to get excited. You've got to get fired up. You've got to get your team fired up. You've got to get to a place where, I mean, you can't help but talk about it. You're so excited. And then when that happens, that's when the magic happens, because we say all the time, people will come from miles to watch something burn. You need to catch yourself on fire. So people start wanting to know what you got, and start posting every single day. And that was one of the things I talked to somebody about today, was why do we know jingles? Why do we know, like, all of the jingles from the commercials? We know them because we hear them over and over and over and over and over. You know, liberty, 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 liberty. I mean, we know that because we hear it so much. That's what you need to do. You need to start talking about it so much that when people think about weight loss, they think about you. When they think about gut health, they think about you. When they think about energy, they think about you. When they see other options, they say, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back to that, to who I hear all the time. So let's get it. Let's do it. Let's bring it. Do what you have to do, because when you start doing this, your business is going to grow, and you're going to start finding those unique accounts, because people are going to want a little taste of what you got. I mean, I am excited. I don't know if you can tell. I'm fired up. I am ready to go. I've already started my list. I've got 6 people already who have given me a credit card number to pre-order that product. Now, I'm not going to use that credit card number because I'm going to sell them a lot more than that product, but I wanted to get it on the list. And right now they're already using the Gut Collective. So next month, they're going to get the new products and the Gut Collective. We're not just selling one product. And that's one thing that I want to make sure you know too. Whenever that comes out, you need to do it in addition to something else. And you need to go ahead and get that in your head right now. We are not going to sling products. We are going to change people's lives. We're going to bring people in and change them financially as well. So that's what the goal is going to be. I love y'all so much. And thank you all for the ones of you who talked, the ones of you that we spent the weekend with in Jamaica. I loved it so much. And the ones of you who were not there, I've already got a seat next to me on the beach for Cancun, baby, because you're all going to be in Cancun. And I cannot wait. And one of the things that we announced this week that I want to make sure that you know is we had enough money left over from last year that every single person that earns the trip this year, we are going to buy you shirts. So you don't even have to pay anything or do anything. You just got to earn the trip. And I'm going to tell you, this shirt is cute. Christy did so good, and Carrie's got hers on. Oh, it's fantastic. And it's so soft. It's one of those soft ones, and I love it. So everybody wants the shirt. So, and the necklace. Yes, we got Founders Club, and we got little necklaces that are stamped with Jamaica 24. So next year it's going to be, you're going to get one that's stamped Cancun 25. So you want to go do whatever it takes. But at the same time, let's build your business and let's get you financial freedom. That's what the goal is. Love y'all. Christy, did you want to say anything?
I'm just gonna say amen because I can't follow that right now.
I love y'all.
Love you guys.